Soulmates table of discussion. Thank you very much for taking time from your busy schedule and sharing your experience and expertise with our viewers and our platform. So, talking about Rajoshki is a mind and emotional wellness coach and an NLP practitioner and expert. He has around 15 years of experiences leading sales, operations, supply chain, and PNL. He has varied experience in pharmaceutical sector, in FMCG, in startups, and in retail. Rajashri, welcome again.
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure connecting with you and your community. And I hope I'll be able to serve them and add value in their life.
Thank you very much to you also. All we need is your expertise so that people, can use your tips and understand how to address the issue of stress in our day-to-day life. Okay,
Right.
a moment. I think I need to adjust my camera a bit. Uh, 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 yeah, yeah. I think it is fine now. So, before we start our topic, Rashi, I wanted to share something about a latest incident that I experienced. It's about my friend. Okay.
Okay.
My friend Kavya, she is a working professional and she's doing pretty well for herself. She stays in the city, and we met after a long time because of the schedule, and we met in a cafe.
Okay.
The moment, you know how it is when few girls meet, but this time, the moment Kavya came, we met, we hugged, we exchanged our hellos. When she sat down, she let out a big sigh. And it is very unlikely of her. So I asked what happened. So she took a moment and said that, even on days when it is her off days, her mind does not seem to stop. She says that it feels that she is running even when she is sitting still. So, and then we went on to, our regular catch up and things like that. But after she left, I realized something in the course of our conversation that, she wasn't only speaking about the deadlines or the work emails at that moment. She was talking about the constant hum, okay, that was happening in her mind. Like she wakes up in the morning already thinking about if she misses the deadline, what are the things that could go wrong, and she feels a certain tightness in her chest. She doesn't socialize. Weekends, she spends, scrolling endlessly because going out feels very exhausting for her. And she does not spend time with her friends and families. And if you ask her that why is she very busy, so she will say that she is very busy and she's just tired. She will not say that she has anxiety. So, but what is I felt this time having a long conversation with her, that it is not the tiredness that she's talking about. She's talking. It is actually her mind which is on an overdrive. Okay, and yeah. So I want to ask you, taking a cue from what happened with her, I thought none other than you would be able to help us, as not only it is not only about my friend Savya, but about a lot of working professionals
Mm-hmm.
or people who work from home or homemakers at home. They feel this situation, okay, when they cannot define what they are feeling in the form of anxiety. So, you know, my first question to you is, in the city life, okay, why does it feel Like our mind is always on and never gets a break.
Got it. Thank you so much for bringing this story, telling the story of your friend, what she was facing. And it's not the story of your friend. It's there are so many careers around, and this is because of our society that has labeled us, or this society that has created us, and that creation is the outward success. When the success is defined in such a way that you have to struggle, you have to hustle, and you have to constantly do things, and you'll be
Hmm.
getting the promotions, you'll be doing things, but are not bothered about what's happening inside. They're not bothered about the what's your struggle going on, what are you feeling, how you're feeling. And since we have grown from our childhood, we didn't have the mechanism to express our emotions. We were not told how to express our own self, because our parents were already surviving, and that's what we have learned from the society and our parents at large.
Yeah.
Now, why this happens? Think about a phone or a laptop where you are trying to juggle so many works at a time. It's There are so many tabs open, so many applications open. What will happen? The device will not perform. The device will slow down. It will overheat. Right? The same way that is what is happening. People think that multitasking is a part, but they don't realize that there is a hidden cause of the stress that's going on.
Hmm.
And
Very true.
from childhood we have been trained we need to do things perfectly, otherwise there is a repercussion, right?
Right.
And what is happening over there? People are trying to, as they grew up, they had got this fear that, okay, if I miss this, if I don't do this perfectly, there is a repercussion, and that fear is driving them to do things. And that's why their mind is always one, what if, what am I losing, what am I losing?
So you're saying it is sitting in 2025 for us, whether it is, the Gen X, whether it is the millennials or the Gen Zs, it is a lot has to do with how we have been brought up, right?
Yes, it's most of the things what I've noticed is about our childhood emotions, how we have been channelized in our childhood, or maybe in the college days. I've seen people who are doing things right now, and they have got a root at the 3 or 4 years of age, or maybe some have their in their teenagers. Now, when I work with them and I eliminate and heal those emotions that they didn't spoke, that's unspoken emotions that creates that stress and anxiety within them,
Okay.
and that brings up in their present life.
Okay. Okay. Got your point. Got your point. So it has got to do a lot with how we have been brought up, how our energies were
Hmm.
channelized, or how we are conditioned to just move on, okay, and not think about if something good happens, then it is well and good, but we do not think about the challenges it also brings along with it,
Yes.
right?
So our mind is so beautifully trained that it doesn't look in the good side of it, what good thing happened, or what are the learnings that we got from that situation. Rather, it focuses on the problems and the challenges, and it remembers that challenges.
Got your point, got your point.
Hmm.
So coming to my second question is, like, many people feel restless or uneasy but don't
Hmm.
call it anxiety. How can we recognize it?
Okay, so many people, as you mentioned, they feel restless, they feel irritated, or they overthink, or
Yeah.
they have sleep disorder. They can't sleep at night. They are constantly browsing, right? So these are some of the anxieties, symptoms of anxieties, hidden emotions, right? And also, you can see people have got chronic health issues, like stiffness in the body pains, or sometimes digestive disorders. These are the basic symptoms of stress and anxiety.
Okay. Can be, as simple as acidity and things like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello?
Hello, yes.
So I was saying that it can be as basic symptoms like, as you said, can be a stiff neck, it can be, lack of sleep, acidity and things like that, right?
Yes, gastric problems. Then people have got many people faces lower back problem. Uh, so yeah, these are the major symptoms that you are stressed.
And this can happen to anybody, right?
Anybody. And another major challenge, I'll say, overeating, binge
Okay,
eating,
okay,
sugar
okay,
craving.
okay. So we all know that that sugar craving or the overeating that you just cited, it really helps to calm down. So instead of rather than taking it as a solution, it is a symptom that we are somewhere overworking our mind and body.
Exactly. And this is a signal that sends by your nervous system that, hey, you need to work on these because I'm stressed, I'm burnout. And most of the people don't understand these signals that sends
Hmm,
by our mind to the body that I
hmm,
need your help, I need your attention.
hmm. Okay, okay. That's, the what you're saying is very simple. I'm sure everybody, 99% of the people go through these kind of symptoms, but we are just not aware that, small things can become so trivial. Okay, so I am suffering from, let's say, anxiety. I'm overeating. I'm not sleeping well. I'm constantly scrolling. Okay. What happens during that time? What happens inside our mind when we shift from being, when our mind is not calm and feeling anxious, and we do not realize that it is happening?
So it's something like, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Uh, Suppose you have got to your office, right?
Hmm.
And some guests come in. What will happen? The security guard in your office don't know that this is the person who has come to meet you, and that
Okay.
person will be restricted at the gate. Now the security
Hmm.
guard will call you and will say, hey ma'am, somebody has come to meet you. And then you'll say, okay, let them in. And if that person, and if you say that no, I have not called that person, then what will happen? That security guard will ask that person to leave. Now what is happening in our daily life, those symptoms are coming and we are not aware of it, we are not recognizing it, and we are asking them to sit in the reception and will come and see what's happening. Now it's getting parked inside our body. And
Okay.
for the time being, the security guard is also not disturbed, and you are also not disturbed. Your mind is also not disturbed, and your body is not also disturbed. That person is sitting as a
Hmm.
calm.
Hmm.
It's becoming calm, right? But
Hmm.
again, after some time, that person asks the security guard, what happened? Ma'am is not coming. Again, that means you're becoming anxious.
Okay.
That's what is happening over here. When you are going for a solution which is short term, which is not long term, you're trying to shift to calmness just from anxiety and not treating the root of it.
Okay, so consciously or subconsciously,
Mhm.
we are only delaying, you're saying that we are only delaying our responses, parking it knowingly or unknowingly, and that kind of becomes a ticking bomb over a period of time, in spite of the signals that we're getting.
Absolutely. And what is happening at that point of time? You are feeling calmness for a shorter period. You're feeling, okay, chalo, I'm relaxed right now. There is nobody to bother me. I'm
Mm,
not bothered with what is happening. right? And your logical mind is playing a role over there.
ওকে, সো হিন্দিতে যেটাকে বলে পর্দা ডাল দেনা। So
Right.
knowingly we are trying to not think about it or not doing anything about it. The
Exactly.
ostrich
So it's like,
syndrome kind of a thing.
it's like the wall is cracked and you are just putting a paint on it without hearing the root cause of the crack.
Yes. Got your point. So what are some common city life triggers for anxiety, and how can we handle them better?
Okay. So common city life triggers can be anything. It can be sound, it can be visuals, or it can be taste. Like sometimes it happens that people hear something, some harsh tone, some high pitched tone, and that
Hmm,
triggers them to anxiety because somewhere down the line, that person has got a past experience of
hmm,
that quality of speech which was not helpful for them.
okay.
And in present life, whenever that person hears that kind of pitch or the sound, it
Hmm.
relates with that unpleasant situation and it triggers that person.
While you're saying, I can relate to a lot of things about myself also, like how if it is raining in the city, you have an important meeting, the driver does not come, or the public communication is not on time, and your mind is constantly working that you have to reach office, you have to pick up your child, and somehow you're not been able to reach. And those things are very important. So next time, whenever it rains, it kinds of triggers.
Exactly. So
Okay.
our present situation is driven by our past experiences,
Hmm.
and our future is driven by our present. So eventually, if we are not changing our present, our future will be same as our past. So we need to work on those triggers that we think is bothering us. It may be a sound or it
Okay.
may be a visual. If we see somebody or if we see something that triggers us,
Hmm.
somebody has got a anxiety or stress whenever that person sees something is not as per what they wanted, is not perfect,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because we have been taught from childhood to be perfect. Now, what is exactly happened? Perfectionism is causing the fear, and that is coming to procrastination. And that person is not doing because he is feeling safe that if I see and do that, I'll feel stressed. Let's not do that. Things are getting parked, right?
Right.
So if that
Absolutely.
person feels that, okay, it happened, maybe it's imperfect, but it happened in the way, may not be the way I wanted, may not be the way I visualized it to be, but this thing happened. We can make it better. And
So
what will
you.
happen? That person will progress and there will be no procrastination
Hmm.
from that person. And there will be no stress. When so that person is reframing that situation.
Okay. Re- Also reliving.
Reframing.
Okay.
Reliving, yes.
Reliving. So that means, Arushi, many a times, there are a certain behavior which we receive from our colleagues, from our superiors, from our partners, and somehow we do not like it. We feel that it is something extremely unlikely of that person to behave at that point in time.
Mhm.
Can it happen that that person's behavior is triggered or motivated by his experience or some kind of anxiety?
Maybe we don't know what's happening with that person in their background, right?
Hmm.
So if we consider a particular situation as an event
Okay.
and our response, so event and response creates a outcome or the problem in our life. So
Hmm.
event, suppose the intensity of the event is 10,
Hmm.
multiplied by your response. You didn't respond, but or you didn't react to that
Hmm.
situation. It's a zero. The
Hmm.
outcome will be zero. There will be no problem. There will be no tussle. But think about the situation. The event is 10. Intensity of the event is 10. Your response is 10. Then what
Hmm.
will be the outcome of the problem? It will be 100x, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it
absolutely.
depends. So a problem is not a problem, it's an event, and our response to that event creates the problem and creates the stress inside us.
Okay. So is it only human responses that creates a certain pattern, or it is also situations in which the person responds? I know
So the
responding is
yeah,
common in what I'm asking.
mhm. So yeah, so the response comes from the past experiences and the past learnings.
Okay.
And when so that's what I was telling, that person has a bad experience in the
Hmm.
past related to that particular sound, the way that person hears something. Suppose in
Okay.
your childhood, you were scolded or I was scolded, right? And that pitch was very high and we
Hmm.
were punished, right? Now our memory learns that this is not something good for me. I didn't like it. Now, after that, if anyone speaks to you in that pitch or that tone, you will not like it. Even if the person is telling a good thing to you and the
Hmm.
pitch is high, the tone is high, representing that old tone, your mind will shut down and you will get into stress.
So let's say the example that you gave. If I talk about, I'll take it on myself and I'll just frame it that I was scolded very badly in school for missing a deadline or a homework or a wrong answer. And every
Mm-hmm.
time I hear such tones, it is kind of, triggering. So maybe with age, at an early age, I might not realize this. But with age, I realized that it is because of that past experience. So what do I do? Uh,
Uh, can I interrupt? So, most of the people, the irony is, most of the people don't understand that it's coming from their past. They feel that the person who is in front of us is doing this and it's happening to me. Why this happens to me? People are always in a victim zone. Why this is happening to me. They don't understand that it is happening because of them, because of their past experiences which they're holding inside, and that's not healed, that needs healing. Those are the unspoken emotions that they're holding inside their mind and body.
okay. So what can an individual do who, as per you, is not aware as to why he is reacting or behaving a certain way in a certain situation, which is causing him anxiety? Okay. Uh, what can be done so that he realizes?
So that person needs to sit back
Okay.
and think about, okay, this happened to me today. Now, when was the last time I felt this thing? And what was the situation? Who was around me? And slowly that person can go back. And that person will see a pattern in it, that this is the cause of the stress or the anxiety that they are getting into. And if they go back, they'll see the first incident when it happened to them.
Okay. So does this come naturally to a person? Why am I asking you? Because nowadays there are a lot of professional help. There is therapy, there is coaching, there is a lot of other sciences which is available. Okay, that helps people to realize these triggers. Okay, and become a better version of themselves. So tell me, my question to you was, does the person realize this naturally, or he or she needs to take help, realizes and then needs to take help, or somebody comes and points it out that you are behaving in a certain way, and maybe you need help, or maybe you need to think about it.
Okay. So to be very honest, people, until that person feels that I need help, I want to work on myself. Nobody can help you.
Nobody can do that, right? True.
Right. This is number one.
Mm,
Second point, when that person knows that I want to take help, I need help,
mm,
and then the person goes to somebody professional, that professional will help that person to figure out what's happening in their life.
mm.
Right. Sometimes I have observed that the person comes to me and tells me that I'm having this issue and I have got a link with my past experiences from my childhood. In my childhood, I used to feel low on confidence, and now also this thing is happening. So that person already relates it, right? So there are different personality who feels that somebody will think that, okay, I know it, what's the root cause, and I want to eliminate this. Somebody will not know, but will have the symptom now and they want to work on it. Either way it is. Now, the thing is, who wants to work on themselves and don't know that whether it's coming from the past, what they can do is they can sit down and think about when did this happen last time,
Yeah.
last time, and go back to the first instance. Then that person will definitely get the root of it, which is from their past, from their childhood, or from their teenage.
Okay, but again, in this case also, it is that person needs to decide whether he or she wants to take control over that anxiety that he's feeling to calm down, whether it
Exactly.
is professional or self-awareness. Okay.
Right. How to use it.
Yes, we
Uh,
do. Without
we
which it
do.
is difficult.
Yes. And we have got a supercomputer with us, but we didn't get the manual how to operate it. And the
Okay.
supercomputer is our brain. So
Wanted to say
NLP
that.
is the user manual of your mind or the brain. How you can use your mind in your benefit in day-to-day life. NLP is a lifestyle that we live.
Okay.
Since our childhood, we are into NLP lifestyle, but we are not aware that we are doing NLP. A child, when first time learns to stand up or walk, that child is modeling or copying his parents how to stand or how to walk,
Hmm.
starts doing things, falters, and again keeps doing. The child don't have a doubt in the mind that if I fail, it's a blank set,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And similarly, NLP helps you to get into a blank slate so that you keep doing things like a child and experience new things in your life and transform your life.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's
So,
what that's what NLP is all about. And if I have to say NLP in technical language,
hmm.
NLP is neuro linguistic programming. What we are doing is we are reprogramming our mind, which is made of neurons, using linguistic, that is language, so that we can achieve the outcome that we decide.
Okay. Okay. So, as you rightly said, I think it also, what you're trying to say is NLP helps us find the root cause.
Yes. NLP
Yes.
will help you to find out your root cause problem, when did it happen, and eliminate that and heal that. Also, take
Hmm.
charge of the emotions
Okay.
that you are having right now in your daily life.
Okay.
Suppose you are feeling stuck, you are feeling sad, right? But in your mind, you know somewhere down the line you are happy. also. Now we are not recalling the happy memory. We are recalling the sad memory, sad experiences
Hmm.
from our past. Now
Hmm.
NLP will help you to recall the happy memory so that your sad memory gets overpowered with the happy
Okay.
memory.
Okay. So it's naturally, it comes very naturally to human beings to, you know, if I have something good, I try to ignore that and focus on what is not happening good with me. I'll focus on the bad. Okay.
Okay.
If what I have, I don't focus on that. What I don't have, I focus on that. It is very human. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like a layman, I keep telling my mom when she is complaining, the God has not given me this, God has not given me that. I have prayed to God that this happens or that happens. So I had once asked her that we pray to God when we want things. Okay. Do we thank the God when we get those things? Or are we thankful for what we already have? So I think what you said is a basic human nature. And NLP helps us focus on the good that is there so that we feel, and anything good gives us that positivity to look forward to the future, to, conquer what we want to achieve. So that is what NLP is, right? If I
Not not really. So NLP is something helps you to get the memory or the emotion that you want
okay,
as per your requirement. It's
okay,
like suppose there is a darkness in your room and you want to
mhm,
switch on the light.
okay,
NLP is a tool that will help you to switch on the light
acha, okay. So
because
NLP
you are in a very bad stage of your life, but somewhere earlier you are also in a happy stage.
hmm,
Now NLP will help you to be in that happy stage.
okay, okay, got your point. So,
Yes.
apart from then, in that case, apart from helping people with anxiety, NLP also help the